Hi again, big persons. Thanks for joining me for the tips for reading with your gems. We talked about some tips and then we talked about I Spy. And this is another thing, um, my most important words or my most important letter. So when you're thinking about most important words, your child's name is a super important word. So um, yeah, and like when you think about sight words, it's like anything that you come to recognize like right away, like so their name right away. So that becomes a sight word. So a super important word is your name. So I've got my rocks here. I'm going to attempt to show you without everything falling. So I've got all the letters on here. I've got uppercase on one side and I've got the lowercase on the other side. And these are just rocks from my garden, river stones. So most important name. So you can get the child to put their name out. So my name is Diana. So Diana. So I'm going to get the rocks together and I'm going to spell my name. You can hide a letter. So, oh, what letter is hiding in there? Um, Other important names. I remember one little boy, his important name was Spider Man. So you can spell out Spider Man with the rocks, or with a lot of you've got those magnetic things from your that stick on your fridge. You can spell that out. Hide a word. Um, and also, when you're talking about that, um, words in that, the name is so important. So what is the story behind your name? um, so what is the story behind your child's name? Were they named after somebody? Was it a combination of some people in their lives and that you came up with a name? You can spell that out. And also your nickname. I was called Cabbage when I was younger because my dad said that he found me in a cabbage patch. So I could spell out cabbage and talk about that story behind that and that relationship and that meaning behind that. So for your nicknames and that with your kids, you can talk about that too. I have got this fabulous book called Thunder Boy Jr. and I just love this because this is, I'm going to read it to you because this is just so great about names and nicknames and changing your names to things that you like to do. Like you can spell out all of that kind of stuff. So this is called Thunder Boy Jr. by Sherman Alexie and illustrated by Yuyi Morales. Thunder Boy Jr. Let me go over here a little bit. Hello, my name is Thunder Boy. My name is Thunder Boy. Thunder Boy Smith. That's my real name. My dad gave it to me at birth. My mom wanted to name me Sam. That's also a story with your child's name, right? Like, how did they come up with that? Was it a compromise? Talk about compromise. That's an important thing. Sam is a good name. Sam is a normal name. Thunder Boy is not a normal name. There is nobody on earth with the same name as me. I am the only Thunder Boy who has ever lived, or so you would think. But I am named after my dad. He is Thunder Boy Smith Sr., and I am Thunder Boy Smith Jr. People call him Big Thunder. That nickname is a storm filling up the sky. People call me Little Thunder. That nickname makes me sound like a burp or like a fart. You see why you kids would love this story? My mother's name is Agnes. My sister's name is Lillian. Those are fancy names, but they are normal names. Thunderboy Jr. is not even close to a normal name. Can I tell you a secret? Come on over here, a little closer, and I'll whisper it in your ear. I hate my name. Don't get me wrong, my dad is awesome, but I don't want to have the same name as him. I want my own name. I want a name that sounds just like me. I want a name that celebrates something cool that I've done. I once touched a whale orca in the nose, so maybe my name should be Not Afraid of 10,000 Teeth. I once climbed a mountain, so maybe my name should be Touch the Clouds. I love playing in the dirt, so maybe my name should be Mud in My Ears. I learned to ride a bike when I was just 3 years old. So maybe my name should be Gravity's Best Friend. I once dreamed the sun and the moon were my mom and dad, so maybe my name should be Starboy. I like to go to garage sales with my mom, so maybe my name should be Old Toys Are Awesome. My dog likes to chase his tail. He likes to chase my tail, so maybe my name should be Can't Run Fast While Laughing. I love powwow dancing. I'm a grass dancer, so maybe my name should be Drums, 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 and More Drums. I dream of traveling the world, so maybe my name should be Full of Wonder. I do not want the name they gave me when I was born. I do not want to be Little Thunder. I don't want to be small. I love my dad. I don't want to be exactly like him. I love my dad, but I want to be mostly myself. I know I love my dad, but I want my own name. What do I do? What do I say? Son, I think it's time I gave you a new name, a name of your own. My dad read my mind. My dad read my heart. Son, my name will still be Thunder, but your new name will be Lightning. Together, my dad and I will become an amazing weather. Our love will be loud and our love will be bright. My dad and I will light up the sky. So wouldn't that be fun to come up with all those things that your child loves to do, all of those things that they're really super at, and you can spell that out on rocks using letters, or you can even just write, like, here's some really important words for me: family, kindness, love. So maybe on rocks they can write those things that they're good at, or just letters. You can put them together. Another really fun thing that you can do with letters is spell out. So you get your child's hand and you spell out a letter on their hand, or you spell it out on their back, and you see if you can guess what letter it is. See if they can guess what letter that is. That's a really fun game to play. I could write out a word and see if they can guess what that word is. So there's just so many fun things that you can do with letters. You can walk out a letter. You can write it in the dirt or in sand. You can get all sorts of pine cones together and make like the letter D for your name, or sticks together and write the D. All sorts of fun things that you can do. And mostly that's what it's about, right? It's about having so much fun with literacy and with words and with the alphabet. Yeah, so that's the tip for today. Some fun things that you can do, and mostly just have a super wonderful time with it. So thank you so much again for bringing up these gems and for joining me today. And we'll see you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye now.